Hello, Uber.
Hey Gramps, how you doing?
Not too bad. I feel pain to tear myself away from bullying M.
We could do it in the stream.
Yeah, I get that. I'm pretty much just keep an eye on Discord because everyone seems to be fucking chatty in the wall scribblings today,
Yeah, and because Moth and Faces were enabling Haka's humorism.
which is a rare thing to see, if I'm being honest.
That's his one weakness.
And I'm still of the opinion M really needs to stream her art, like not just on the Bong server. She needs to do like on YouTube or Twitch or something.
Hey finger.
So, you all excited for the debate on Thursday?
I'm excited for the memes.
I just want to see. I kind of low key am expecting Biden to shit himself live on TV.
How many times do you estimate he's gonna what do you call it? Stammer?
A lot. Like I posted like a tweet not too long ago about the speculation that Biden's taking a week off and is just kind of at Camp David with his doctor to figure out the cocktail that will make him survive the debate.
Like I'm not gonna watch the actual debate, so I'm just gonna probably gonna watch a few seconds and then laugh about it and then just wait for the memes to come in.
And I'm gonna live stream it and just have a watch along, and we'll just all MST3K it because I'm sure it's gonna be absolutely riveting. Oh my god, Haka's still going.
Yeah, because M is in chat.
Yeah, I know.
The self-proclaimed misogynist.
Yeah, to be fair, I M is Schrodinger's woman. Even though I called her being a woman long before anyone else, just based on her emo habits.
Imagine if he turns out to be a femboy.
I could go either way on this. I don't really care.
Speaking of
Sierra,
which,
yeah, go ahead.
may I bring your attention to this?
Oh, there's Moth. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Moth.
How's
Everyone doing?
doing fine, doing great. Thank you for asking.
Uber showing me this tactic on. Oh yeah. Well, okay. So I was actually looking up at like I posted in the general channel that the Gen Con news of the kerfuffle going on with this year's Gen Con stuff. So having like a competing tabletop convention actually tickles my fancy at this point.
But this is actually a digital con, and it's for strategy games.
Ooh. And truth be
They have
told,
House of Conquest is included, so I thought you'd be interested.
as much I do love me tabletop. I don't follow the sector that much as far as like, oh, I'm not going to recognize any of these people and stuff. But yeah, I may give it a go once I can get the website to fucking work. I'll look at it later.
I don't know what, like, to be honest, I don't know what they mean by digital convention. Is there someone going to be hosting it, or are they gonna? Is it just going to be a bunch of demos? That's what I was wondering. So if we could if they were actually hosting an event of sort, then we could do a watch along.
Hosted on Steam. Does Steam have video streaming capabilities?
They do. Don't like whenever you go to a Steam page, like a store page, don't you see like someone live streaming it sometimes?
Steam is not my preferred distributor of choice, so I don't really pay too much attention to it. So neat. Yeah, it's the end of July. Still got some time.
Yep.
Oh, fuck me. The instant I hit go live, I swear to God, my reflex just kicks in. I think it's my subconscious telling me something. Go yell at Haka to come in.
Just waiting for him.
Okay, who is, does anyone offhand know who me when is?
That's
That's
ogres.
ogres.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to dodge that bullet then.
Did he ask to come in?
Nope. And I'm going to keep it that way then. I should probably make a note before I forget. I hate that the notes are hidden in the full profile now. Woogers. There we go. Haka is retired. Oh, you fucking big baby.
All this energy for wall scribblings, but not for the stream. I see how it is.
Well, in the wall scribblings, he has the He has the vague possibility, like the slim chance of getting M porn.
Oh no.
Of course, I know the secret is just to bully him until he comes on. So, how's the summer treating everyone?
Amazing.
Moth, I think you succumbed to the heat wave.
What?
Are you
What?
okay?
What? No, I'm okay. Why?
It's
No.
totally gonna get better in the next 2 months.
I'm like trying to read like a channel and also talk at the same time. It's not really fucking working.
Well, apparently Ozzy is dying.
Oh, the British. It's their fault. They won't just remodel their houses for AC. It's really stupid. Like you could just whatever.
Okay, well at least we see M is watching since she's sticker reacting.
I see. Unfortunately, social stream doesn't like doesn't track messages. So it just posts message. It doesn't track if it's been edited or someone's reacted to it. I think that would require a lot of work and a lot of bandwidth, I imagine.
Yeah, well, I get what I pay for. Then again, it's just a single developer as far as social stream goes, and he has a couple other projects too. I check his page once in a while. I just want the standalone to launch at some point in time because don't get me wrong, I'm okay running the extension in Brave, but it's just like
okay. Zen, please explain why you want M to begin her streaming career.
I don't know. She's talented. I like when Myth started and stuff. Like I watched Gura because I knew she was Senzawa, but the biggest Hollow IVN person I watched was Ina, and that was mostly for her art streams.
There's your answer, M.
I'm just chuckling for Moth doing the grave insult against Ozzy, calling him British.
Is he? Oh wait, no, right? He's Filipino. Or wait, no, what? He's some kind of sea monkey.
He's fucking Russian, you fucking monk.
He is?
Yes.
Oh wow! You
Azahara.
didn't even know that. You didn't even know that till now. Well,
Azahara is Russian. I've never heard him
not
talk.
Azahara, dude.
Oh, I thought you said when you say Az, I meant thought
AZ.
Azahara.
AZ.
Oh, I call him
AZ
Azel
with us
in my
right
head.
now.
Moth, how many times have you seen Azahara in this chat?
That's a good question. I haven't. My stupid. I'm sorry. I just couldn't. When I hear Az, I think Azahara, not Azulk. Azulk is what I just think of you. I'm sorry.
I know as phonetically spelled out his name a million times, but I can't be bothered to remember. So I just call him Azzy. Okay, both of them showed up. Okay.
The gang's here. Let's go.
I know. I just came in to say, Moth, you're a fucking retard.
I'm not retarded. I'm just a goofy.
Oh, sorry. You're differently abled. Sorry.
Exactly. Yes.
2024.
That's ableist. Say that.
I'm sorry. Look, I didn't know.
He's wrongly able.
British. I'm sorry.
Got him. This is what gooning does to people.
I knew he's Russian. I know he's Russian. Fuck.
Okay. I can finally hear shit.
Boomer, a lizard, and a lewd
Manly.
slayer. Oh.
Okay, that was it. I got it out of my system. Fuck you, Moth. You fucking retard.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
So you just joined to tell Moth to fuck off, okay?
Always does this.
Yeah, he did. He did. Also, nice new boogie. Easy.
Yeah, we had a bit of a what's it called, like a drawing sesh, and this was like the best I could fucking come up with.
No. I like the snack. The snack is good.
Boomer, you can't say that. Art streams can be entertaining. And you're a very good artist, and you're like funny. Your weird autism is humorous.
Well, that's why M Beyond the Shadow of a Doubt's a woman, because she fucking brainworms her art. It's like she has like an army of people saying like, "We like your art. You should do art streams," and she's like, "No."
I mean, to be completely honest, that's not like specifically a woman thing. Like a lot of male artists also like brainworm kind of hard. It's more of an artist thing rather than a
performance art. Yeah, I guess.
M has performance anxiety.
Well, to be fair, M is fairly brainwormy when it comes to this.
And we're trying so fucking hard to fix you, I swear.
Performance anxiety, god damn it. Yes, Cypher, you might want to diversify from your Minecraft streams if you're poo-pooing it so much then. Speaking of Minecraft, how's the TVA server doing?
I haven't touched it in a bit, but I think we're doing okay.
I know. I just see Nene Love post updates in Cypher's Discord of his tree house. Well, house with a tree. Yeah, it looks like Sigma
I'm reading the Dr. Disrespect has dropped a statement, so I'm just reading it out.
Oh yeah, I heard that a Twitch staffer accused him of trying to sext a minor and
responded with
Twitch DMs.
his wall of text.
Yeah, but apparently Dr. Disrespect is going full, I'm taking you down with me, because apparently it was a known issue and not an isolated incident when it comes to Twitch, so I'm not terribly surprised.
So he's admitting to it? What?
Yeah, yeah, from what I gather, from what I've just kind of just breezed through it myself, and from what I gather, he's kind of just like, yeah, it's like, yeah, but I'm not the only one kind of thing. And it's just like, oh, spicy.
You should know that he has cheated on his wife before.
I am shocked. I'm not shocked.
Wait, are we talking about Dankula?
No, disrespect.
Oh, no, disrespect.
Dankula is just weird.
Yeah, Dankula had like, I remember the story about his like Discord server and people were posting like some nasty shit there, but I don't remember him like being friendly with Troons.
No, he always was. He was always friends with Lilith Lovett or whatever.
Yeah, there's a few
wasn't
pictures.
Lovett the dev's friend?
Yes, something like that.
Yeah, there's a few pictures of Dankula kind of hanging around with Troons and stuff, so it's kind of just like, where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm kind of.
And there was all the flirting with femboys, which you can say is ironic, but.
Yeah, his wife is leaving him, so I'm sure there's something there. Moth, is there any time of the day where you're awake?
Yeah, 1 a.m. Unfortunately.
So that's why you're Cypher's co-host whenever he streams.
Yeah, pretty much.
He has to be up for the Minecraft shenanigans. Can't miss those.
I'll be sure to share more M with Dot. No, she's desperately trying to avoid her art.
For God's sake, some of your art is already on Twitter where millions of people can see it.
It's true. Actually, wait, what was M's Twitter account again? I'm going to retweet a bunch of her art.
It's something long, but you can find it if you check our follower list.
Man, I can't. That's a good point. Wait a minute. Whose follower list do I have?
Yeah, my follow list is fucking huge. It's kind of like a needle in a haystack at this point.
I can just sort by who I'm following also, but I am following her, but my following list is also really huge.
Actually, I have a forum list. Yeah, so let's see. Forum list. I just edit list. And I can see. Let's see. Manage members. It's going to jump out at me the instant I see it. Yeah, it's in. So M's account is in. Yeah, her account's inmate 0386 MMM. MMM.
What does M even mean?
I think it's like the stammering, something like this.
That would actually make so much sense now that I think about it.
Why is Twitter working for me? What the fuck?
What, it wasn't working before?
Wait, shit.
Nah, like I have my VPN disabled and my proxy disabled and Twitter loads. It's probably like cached or some shit. The fucking amazing world of Russian internet. I have to currently I can't fucking I need to either like enable VPN or enable the proxy.
Em, did you take all your pictures down, you motherfucker?
Wait, she
never posted a tweet. She never tweeted this thing.
Oh, well, it's the mega folder, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, I can't just post your mega. That'd be weird.
Well, she has the link to the mega in her bio.
I know, but it'd be weird if I don't want to just like repost her art on my Twitter. That'd be rude.
Yeah, like reposting M stuff feels kind of like breaking containment.
Like Honey's already done that. I think Dana's already done that too.
Yeah, but those were for them. That's different.
Yeah, like I'll repost my art, and anytime the sex tape it would result in some funnies. That's about it.
M will be dragged kicking and screaming to popularity.
You will grow your network and you will like it, yes. M, we're going to make you fucking famous. I hope you're happy.
Yeah, you're already in the good graces of multiple VTubers, man.
And like this would be immensely much more funny if like M was like an actual professional artist or a VTuber currently, and she was like doing this small little thing.
We just don't know about it.
It is funny because if we talk about containment breaking, then we do. M just has this folder which includes stuff from in here, just on her Twitter instead of like dedicated. So
right.
anyone can see it. Anyone can pop in and be like, "Hey, what the hell are these bunch of fucking people? Who are they?"
I mean, like this goes for this server as well. Well, not Zenlars, but the TVA Court, because like anyone with the link can join it.
Well, okay, you have to first know what TVA is. It's like you have to first know what TVA is, then you have to be like, "Huh, I wonder if this place is a Discord." It's like a couple steps. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it is, but like strictly speaking, like if it's not barred for entry, assume it like it's wide open. That's like my policy. Because like you can't rely on like obscurity when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah, I guess. Yep. But I also don't care that much, so.
Yeah, me neither. It's just like the fact that like a lot of what's the appropriate word in English? Like the drive-bys, so to speak, can just like find this
if you want to catch up, you're gonna have to join this place.
Yeah.
Also, your stream is falling behind for me. I have to keep pressing live.
Yeah, like it wouldn't be the first time.
I'm seeing green. I'm seeing green in OBS, so it's fucking Odyssey being Odyssey.
No, it's probably on our end. Like sometimes there's buffering.
Crying about it just makes us want to share it more.
One day you'll break out of your shell. One day.
I'm just waiting for
screaming.
I'm just waiting for M's Tulpa, aka Sigma Yi, to just repost everything.
Stop killing me, Cypher? What do you mean by that? Or is that M's message?
Oh, he means in Minecraft. He
yeah.
I think.
Even when he's not streaming, he just can't stop.
I'm still trying to catch up on the wall scribblings.
Don't bother. Just keep up for the art.
Nah, like it was funny banter.
I enjoy the autism.
Yeah, like I've been trying to fucking play Elden Ring for I think like 1 hour and a half, and I just can't.
I'll do it. You do it, you fucker.
DLC, and I can't fucking play because I keep getting.
Please don't spoil it.
I'm not spoiling anything. I'm not spoiling anything. I just keep fucking getting distracted by Discord.
Well, the going on of the TVA gay court is endlessly amusing. My current focus is trying to detox WikiDog from his crusade of defending Milady.
I mean, like how
you guys are closer to him than I am, so you guys can handle that. I've tried, like I've thrown in my 2 cents, but I am nobody in front of him. So.
Oh. Fine, Sigma. I forget Sigma is fucking compromised, and we can't trust him for fucking anything. Arzen, it's on you.
Wait, why is he compromised?
Because he's so afraid of him. He's so afraid of her and what she'll do.
Also, is it me or do I feel like Thrang is?
I'm not. You are.
Go on, Uber.
What Thrang?
I said, like, does Thrang even have a job?
I'm pretty sure he's a kid living at home.
All of you. Useless.
That's what I thought, because I see his posts and I see the times and I see how long he spends on here and the forum, and it leads me to conclude that he doesn't he's in need.
Yeah. I've been thinking the same thing. Like he kind of comes off as a need because like he's constantly on.
What kind of well-adjusted person who has a job spend this much time on KF and KF adjacent places?
Well,
Wait, who?
Frank.
We're talking about
Frank.
Moth.
Frank definitely is. Yeah. What?
And worst of all, he's a Janny.
True.
Oh no.
True. And real.
The fucking what's the name? The fucking cardinal sin, primordial sin.
The genesis of sin.
Stupid weather.
I'm half tempted to turn.
Worse here.
I'm half tempted to turn down my thermostat one more degree, but that would cost money.
We're gonna have to. I think we're gonna have to bear at least 5 or 10 more degrees before it starts to calm down.
Boy.
I know. For us, thankfully, it's like until the end of the week, and then it's like gonna go better. But yeah, my fate does not smile on me. Fate just shits on me because I'm gonna have to live for a month without hot water, like hot tap water, for some fucking reason. Not like 2 weeks as usual, but a fucking month.
Don't you have a heater?
Nope.
Oh, I see. Well, what you could, like, as a last resort, you could boil water if you have.
I mean, yeah, like it's. I don't know how it is in like other countries here, like, because
you could basically. It would take a while, but find the biggest pot you can and keep boiling water.
Yeah. It's like I was saying, like this stuff is a yearly occurrence. Each summer we get. Everyone in Russia basically like has their hot water turned off for a week or two usually. Because like as I understand it, in like America and Europe, even in like apartment buildings, they don't get like hot water from elsewhere. They get cold water and then they heat it up in like internal boilers. And we, because we like have central heating, we get hot water directly from like what's the name, like the power plants, not the power plants, like the places that make electricity. Yeah, the power plant, I guess.
Seems really inefficient.
No, that's actually like that's efficient because you have the same sort of like, well, not the same infrastructure, because like the water in the heating circuit, it's not water, it's some sort of like technical liquid that preserves heat better. But like with just regular hot tap water, it's pumped under pressure, so it's like really hot and the pressure is really high, and that's why the pipes deteriorate much quicker than like cold water pipes. And the benefit is like the houses are like technically cheaper, and because like you don't have to do the whole boiler thing in each house, but in return you get shit like this. And like people where I live, like in my area, people mostly have heaters because apparently like this sort of shit, when they turn off the water for like a month, it's actually common. I was like lucky last year to not get hit by it. But my apartment is like a shitty rent apartment, so it doesn't have like anything. I don't have a fucking shower curtain.
You can buy a shower curtain, you know, right?
The problem is not the shower curtain. The problem is like the thing on which to like attach it to.
It doesn't have a rail.
No rail. And
okay,
I
can install a rail. Just do it. Just do that. And if they complain, well, like, I added value to your house by adding a fucking shower rail.
Yeah, like kind of is, but the problem is the fucking shape of the bathtub is weird, and you have to like pick a very specific rail. And I just at some point like I wanted to do it, but then I just decided like, Jesus, I'm not gonna fucking bother.
You're gonna get your floor all wet all the time.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
I have like 2, I don't know how it's called, like small carpets or some shit, soaking up water.
oh my god, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it's kind of a.
I just love seeing Moth learn about the world and how it's different.
Well, I think I have had a similar experience with AZ. Like when I back at my job, I had to move out to another place and like different places, and in each of those accommodations, we didn't have any curtains. It was just a small space to shower.
What the fuck? Wait, was it like an internal? Was it like a cube shower at least? Like was like a door or like maybe like
just an open space.
What the fuck?
Slightly sunken down so the water doesn't flood.
Yeah, no, I lived in an old apartment that had a setup like that too.
Probably the weirdest thing of that sort that I've seen is like I think that's Japanese apartments,
like,
but they have
let me just find a picture.
like the drain at the center of the bathroom.
Yeah, but then the Japanese do like that shit where they like sit down and then like pour buckets of water over them and shit.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. We do this shit when we don't have hot water.
Okay, it's kind of like this, but much smaller. But thankfully, it was a temporary thing. It was not like permanent, because that's not where I live.
Oh,
like,
that just looks like a regular shower to me.
It looks like a
Just
pool
a
hall.
very big shower.
Yeah, but it was much smaller than this. And I've actually had to share rooms with people as part of work. So the same shower, same toilet. I think the only time I had a curtain was in one of those places, and that was when I was. It was not a shared accommodation, thankfully. I mean, overall, it was a good experience. Nothing went wrong.
I got a shower curtain in my bathtub, but I've been meaning to install a shower door, but I've been just too goddamn lazy to do it. I could probably slap one in like 20 minutes. I just can't be bothered.
Destination.
God damn it, Moth. Why are you like this?
No, thankfully it wasn't like that.
Me of that image.
Actually, it wasn't like that. It was one at a time.
Funny story. So last time I went to my nearest Walmart for shopping, I went to the public restroom, and apparently that particular Walmart ripped out all of their toilets and just has the one giant stall now. Like all the old stalls have been merged into one, and there's just one toilet now. I was like, why?
That's weird. Yeah. I have a bathroom horror story. One time I went into like a McDonald's bathroom, and I know like just a minute before me, some like old guy shambled out. He was like homeless, I guess. He came in just to use the bathroom. It's like, oh, that's a bit weird. And then I go in and I check the one stall that's there. I open the door, and the entire stall wall is not covered in poop like you might think. No, it's covered in blood. There is blood everywhere. It looks like someone has been murdered. And I was like, what the
Probably.
fuck?
Are you sure that was not a unisex toilet?
I don't know what the fuck it was. I can't remember that detail now. But the important part is not that the fucking unisex thing. There was blood all over the stall walls, on the toilet, everywhere. And I was like,
Did fucking perform the blood ritual there?
Hearing the story at the same time as looking at this toilet meme picture, it's just like, okay, this is like a perfect storm of just like silliness.
oh, that was
The fucking king of the hill picture is. Oh man. Imagine this shit. Sitting in in the center of a fucking field. That's bizarre.
Well, no, I'm kind of used to that because like any doctor's appointment I have to go for out of town is like a 3 to 4 hour drive, and on the Trans Canada there are little pit stop, like they're little like little camping pit stops, like road stops and stuff. But given how I'm in the middle of nowhere and stuff, even on the Trans Canada, instead of having plumbing, what you have is a couple of shitters that are outhouses, effectively. So it's like anytime I have to make a stop, I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna hate this. And it's just like just get my business done and get back on the road.
Man, public fucking toilets are my personal nightmare.
They really are. Oh god, why is my headset dying? Oh.
Like I have fucking intense germophobia, and each time I have to use a public restroom, it's a goddamn nightmare.
They need to make these stupid USB cords universal. This one's way too short. Ugh, god. Okay, wait a minute. I can find a longer one somewhere in here.
Yeah, sarcastic that everyone's here. I'm sure everyone here has had the same experience.
Fucking Jeet. Yeah.
It's not limited to Jeet, unfortunately.
No, but they do have the title of the stereotype. But yeah, it's not limited to just them.
Don't like Indians shit in the street because they have like this weird thing that like having a toilet in your apartment is like making it dirty or something,
yes,
and so they like
take
it out.
Shit like that.
Yeah, it's a 2-for-1. 2-for-1 in that the infrastructure is just not there because no one wants to pay for it, and two, there's just like they're just kind of used to it and stuff. So it's just like, oh, why have this thing? It's like just go on the street.
Fucking annoying, cause like we constantly have like I've seen articles here in like local and shit like that. I won't go into like details obviously, but like there's like there's Indians shitting on the beach. Stop it, you fucks! Oh my god, oh my god. Get out of my country, please. Just get out, leave.
Well, I remember when I was down in Toronto, I remember distinctly seeing someone pop a squat in like a little alleyway, and I was just like, "Yep, this is Toronto."
Oh, God.
I've seen like recently a discussion. I don't remember what's like the post was, but on one of the like Telegram channels, some post about like Indians and some shit, and people were like discussing in the comments like, I are like Indians that fucking bad? And some people are saying no, it's just Canadians imported like millions of them and now they're fucking seething and it's spreading across the internet.
They're not wrong in that assessment.
Like, don't get me wrong, most of them I've met are fine, but there's too many of them. There's way too many of them. Way too many.
Well, my personal beef is just the abuse of the visa system.
Yeah, that too.
Well, it's suppressing wages and it's keeping a lot of us from getting a job. Hint, hint.
Yeah, that too.
So it's just like it's like I don't like it.
I don't care about the aging workforce. I don't care if the Jews make a little bit less money because they can't hire fucking slave labor anymore. You know what? Fuck them. Oh God.
I mean, from what I understand, like all the like rants on immigration aside, with how the demographic situation is in like developed countries, they basically like have to import immigrants, otherwise the economy will just fucking collapse.
Well, it's not.
They should have fucking thought about that beforehand.
Well, it's not the economy that'll collapse. It's the pension plans.
Yeah, the pension plans and like basically everything like hinges on the population expanding and the newer generation like basically paying the debts of the older one.
It's almost like a legalized Ponzi scheme. It's still a Ponzi scheme, and they all fail at the end because there's not enough new money coming in. Funny how that works.
Well, the thing is, like, it worked for like several generations. So the question is, what fucking gives now?
Well, no, all those systems are doomed to fail because it's making the assumption of limitless growth, with which there is no such thing. So it was a foregone conclusion that the system was eventually going to fail. It just unfortunately it's when we're alive. So we drew the short straw on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I very early realized that I cannot hope for a pension, so I'm making my own.
I mean, at this point, even without a pension, can you even make enough money to retire comfortably?
I don't know about an average person in Russia. I probably can if shit goes about as well as it does right now for me. So I probably have what it takes to amass enough for a retirement. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping I would be able to change careers at some point because oh man.
Well, I just know the system's boned because most pension plans are about to give out in the next couple of years, and most retirees are going back into the workforce, which is just further suppressing wages right now too. So it's like a 2-for-1. You got all the immigrants coming in, suppressing wages, and then you have all the old farts who aren't dying going back into the workforce and further suppressing wages. Sucks. It just sucks.
Yeah.
At this point, just take what you can and get out.
I mean, where would you fucking get out? That's a big question. And what can you even take?
I don't know. Obviously, I'm not as privy, but just make what you can of the situation, I guess.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Sigma at this point. I can't talk about retirement without Mega Doom posting, so I'll refrain. It's like, do we have any good
Doom posting stream now?
Do we have any good news to talk about? Other than Cypher making peas?
Let's see.
The DLC for Elden Ring released. Yay!
Product. Yes. That's the only thing we can look forward to. God help us. Fucking God help us.
Nah, I want products to burn. I'm just still chuckling at Clown World and a lot of stuff, especially the Star Wars and Doctor Who stuff right now. That there's keeping me entertained.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened with the Acolyte, man. AZ, are you watching it? Just want to know.
No, because
don't bother. I'm hoping just to see where it goes, but man, what wasted.
Last thing I seen from Star Wars was Andor, I think. Yeah, it was Andor. Before that, it was Ahsoka. Oh no, I also watched Bad Batch. But the main
a few good things to come out in Star Wars, to be honest.
What?
No, Andor's one of the few good things to come out of Disney Wars.
Yeah, I do agree. And Acolyte kind of didn't pique my interest. I've seen when it was teased, I saw it and they were saying oh, it's a different vibe with the I don't know how it's called, the black/oriental spin to it, and I thought, well, that's kind of interesting, but they're probably gonna make it about race shit again. And then when the first episode dropped, the storm of shit started going down, and I thought nah, I'm not watching that.
To be honest, you had a new era, you had new characters, a new setting. You could have done so much with it, and you just do this.
Yeah, but when it's not exactly a new era, because from what I've gathered, it's less than 100 years before prequels.
Yeah, but it is a new era because it's the High Republic, basically.
Yeah,
200 years, 300 years before the films.
I also wasn't really interested in that. Also wasn't interested in that. What's the fucking name? Jesus, era. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been reading it, but recently I just stopped keeping up with the books and comics. Now it's just most of them are just Yeah,
it's kind of funny they canonized the extended universe, and then they come crawling back to it when everything else goes to shit.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, but like for them, from how I like understood it, they didn't exactly want to like get rid of it in terms of like forget everything that happened. They just wanted a clean slate on which to like paint their shit. And when I first heard it, it made like sense to me because how like the canon was pre like Disney, it was like pretty convoluted because there was so much EU stuff and it had like different layers of canonicities and it was.
I can understand from a writing perspective, and nowadays they treat like instead of treating it like a non-canon thing, they treat like a vault, like that you can pull from.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was like getting at. They now use it as a like a grab bag of ideas they can borrow from, and
or from and execute worse.
And execute like worse.
Can't wait for them to make a KOTOR show and pause it up completely.
Oh god! I mean, they already like.
Yeah, aren't they like confirmed going ahead with the KOTOR show?
Wait, no, there's nothing about KOTOR yet.
No, I haven't. I have also not heard anything.
People have been asking for it a lot, but nothing.
That's probably what I've read.
The most concrete thing right now is on the Star Wars website. They have a section called errors, and they put in the Old Republic era and that. So maybe they might be thinking of doing something, but
no. I know what I'm thinking of now. I think they're doing a new. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're doing a new game set in the Republic time.
They're doing a KOTOR remake. If that's what
that's it. That's it. That's what I was thinking of.
That's going through hell right now.
Of course it is. Of fucking course it is.
Like the interesting thing is that like the second KOTOR is kind of like in vein with the more postmodernist approach modern Star Wars have with like more gray areas and shit. But like the problem is that new Star Wars is like executed so poorly and it doesn't like do justice at all to what was in like KOTOR. Yeah.
Just watch when the KOTOR remake comes out. They're gonna put like the least they're gonna do is gonna put a message on the beginning saying, "Hey, this is a product of its time. Please don't be offended."
I mean, like, what's there to be offended by, really?
I don't know. I mean, dude, to be honest, like, I think it's pretty the first major Star Wars release with like gay romance or something, isn't it?
Was there a gay romance? I don't remember.
Yeah, you could romance one of the cat girl. I forgot her, Johanny.
Oh yeah, like the lesbian one. Yeah, kinda.
And there are a few other options as well.
Can you have a lesbian space baby though?
No.
It wasn't invented yet.
No, not yet.
Well, no. The joke I'm making is that when they do get around to making the KOTOR remake, and if they actually keep that romance plotline in, it's like I wonder if they're going to sprinkle in some new Star Wars and lower into it because they can.
So there was this Johanny and this one as well, Belaya. So yeah, I'm sure. What do you call the people nowadays? The woke people.
Yeah,
lefties.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, they're latching onto KOTOR because hey, look, it has gay romance.
Well, no, they're latching on the KOTOR because it's one of the last good Star Wars things, and they want to ruin it along with everything else. Let's not get ourselves.
Yeah, I'm reading the wiki page for her right now. She's saying Johanny was the first character in the Star Wars universe to be portrayed as LGBTQ plus, specifically lesbian. Although the exact nature of her relationship with Belaya, as well as Belaya's sexuality, was implied but not outright stated within the game.
You might be able to answer this better. I've seen little rumblings. Apparently, Wikipedia is having a bit of a war with Disney when it comes to a couple of things.
War with Disney? I'm not sure. Not really. I mean, no, there's not really a war. There's actually a good working relationship between them, especially between authors and the wiki.
Well, I just wonder because I think like last week or something, one of the leads for the Star Wars franchise, I forget who was in charge of it, whatever. But she
There's a bunch.
Yeah, there's a bunch. But I think like the main chick, maybe not Kathleen Kennedy, I think another one, but whatever. One of the chicks was running off her mouth on like a press release or something, and Wikipedia was just like, we disavow all this here and stuff. She's talking out of her ass.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think it was the Acolytes like showrunner. She was saying like, oh, if you're not woke, then you're not a Star Wars fan. And then Wikipedia put out like a tweet saying, oh no, Star Wars is for everyone, no matter what.
That's it.
Orientation you have.
Yeah, because I distinctly remember seeing it in my news feed, but probably that's why I'm looking at the Park Place right now. It was probably from here. But, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, but that's not a war with Disney. That's just like a disagreement with the creator.
Yeah.
Right. What else are they making for Star Wars? I mean, every time we talk about upcoming projects for Star Wars, it's either a cancellation or a delay or a hiatus or something.
At this point, I mean,
they still can't get a single film off the board 5 years later.
Well, they still haven't turned a profit since buying off George Lucas. That there will always make me laugh.
No, they did. It was $4 billion, right?
No, I'm pretty sure they still haven't broken even yet. I'm pretty sure.
No, wait, how much did they buy Star Wars for? $4 billion, right?
Yeah, it was a little over $4 billion.
Yeah, but they already made that back with the sequels, with the films.
I don't think they did.
Yeah, they did. Like, but revenue-wise.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, okay, you're right. You're right. I think it was just...
Because I think all of those films made at least $1 billion.
No. They broken even before, but I think the reason why it's still in like my mind and probably other people's minds because it was a long time, like a long running joke that they had the franchise for so long, and it took them forever to break even.
No, I think they broke even pretty quickly because they had people buy the nostalgia. Because if you the first 3 films already made over $1 billion. But Solo unfortunately didn't do that well, but the Rise of Skywalker also made over $1 billion. So yeah, they're pretty good. But yeah, now they're just struggling to get things off the board, and now they're cost cutting.
Couldn't happen to a bunch of better people.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay.
What's wrong?
As he posted in the Latina bar, Project Melody, choose tonight's adventure, Elden Ring or anal.
Yeah.
Who's winning?
Elden Ring.
Yeah, of course.
The funny part is like people quote retweeting it with, "I know what I voted for." Initially, like without an image, but then she posted like a screenshot of choosing Elden Ring. I initially when I saw like the second screenshot, I thought she was like, I mean, I'm pretty sure people is like annoyed that all of the fucking VTubers are playing Elden Ring. And I thought she was like, I'm gonna like make this world suffer even more. Vote for Melody to play Elden Ring, but then I saw the fucking alternative. I mean, Elden Ring and anal is kind of the same thing. One is mental anal and other is like physical anal.
And
unless you play with a butt plug.
And Melody seems like one of those people who probably bleaches their asshole.
No, she has someone to do it for her. Don't worry.
Yes, yes, clearly she's raking in all those simp bucks. So yeah, obviously she has a asshole bleacher on retainer.
It's called bleacher. Like usually rich people have like chefs and like chauffeurs and I don't know, like cleaning services. Melody has Bleacher on standby.
Well, if you think about it in terms of probably filing her taxes, she probably has a file under cleaner.
Yeah, probably. Jesus, Melody. I don't know. I can't like because of people like Melody. I can't like still normally like perceive Vshoujo because you have like relatively normal VTubers there, and then you have fucking Melody. And when Melody interacts with like normal VTubers, it's just these two worlds
pretty tame, like
collide. Yeah, but like she has these moments where like shit intersects.
She is a YouTuber in the end, but she is pretty tame. And from what I hear, when she is tame, she is pretty wholesome.
Yeah, I still remember the fucking... Was it a tweet or was it like a clip when she described how she spent her evening like fisting herself? And the funny thing was not like the fisting, but the fact that she like put on like some TV series to watch on, and like the whole thing is like it's... I don't know, it's fucking bizarre. Evening fucking activities. Feast yourself while watching I don't know, a series on Netflix.
It's just women.
Okay, can we talk about how Ninja Sanji failed to fire off their latest concert?
Oh yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
what happened there?
Oh boy, I feel there are people who already booked their flights and their hotels, and they're already there for the
Like I looked. Hey, there's Jackie. I was reading most of these replies before, and a lot of them are like, "I'm already here. Fuck you, assholes."
Yeah, it has to be because of financial reasons. Like they didn't get enough seats booked or something.
Yeah, they definitely didn't sell enough seats.
Yeah, like a lot of venues, you have to fail if you don't oblige the contract. They can kick you out. So it's just the way the cookie crumbles. Or in this case, minimal impact on revenue. You fucking pieces of shit.
I'm just waiting for when they finally dissolve EN as a branch.
I'm just waiting for
we don't know when.
They might. EN is kind of dead.
Are they doing like that bad? I'm kind of ignorant about Ninja Sanji.
No, their numbers are completely tanked. Like if you compare it financially, their CCVs, their membership, the stuff, it's all downhill.
Yeah, I've seen like the CCV memes, but kind of chalked it up to like people playing, I don't know, like the fucking debuff games or something.
It looks like Not Slut is asking if watch alongs are okay. I don't think she's going to get a response.
Wait, huh?
Trixie on Einstein is Not Slut on the Kiwi Farms. She's a Kiwi Farm VTuber, but she hasn't posted in like ages and stuff. I think she might even be on TVA. Don't quote me on that though.
She is on TVA.
She is.
Okay.
She's called Slut Puppies.
Okay, there you go.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know why she's called that, but she always is.
Well, she always has slut somewhere in her name when it comes to the forums and stuff, which always kind of makes me sad.
Why do you say Kiwi Farms VTuber? I mean, do you know how KF is towards VTubers?
You know what I mean.
I don't, unfortunately.
Okay. She's a VTuber who posts on Kiwi Farms.
Yeah, that I know, but does that make her the Kiwi Farms VTuber?
No, I'm clearly the Kiwi Farms VTuber. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Noah's gonna make you a mascot.
Oh, God damn it, Rie is watching. Super duper, like your post. It's like, fuck off. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Wait, is he even in the server? Oh, he is. Yes.
Yes, yeah, he is. I saw this earlier. I didn't look too much into it and stuff. So like Vespo fucking had an unsecure text file like everyone else and everything.
We have tried to convince her to join the Court, but no avail yet.
Okay, yeah, I don't poke my head nearly as much as I used to in the forum threads. I just have like the couple of threads I follow, and even then, I just read and throw out the odd shit post once in a while.
At this point, like I only go to like the Pipa thread, and I only go there when it's like when Pipa is not streaming.
Well, when Pippa's not streaming is when that thread is most off its meds.
Yeah. Like it's so fucking funny. It's so like schizo. It gets like very schizo and meta. Because like when Pipa is streaming, it's like 10, 20 pages a day. Maybe not like 20,
sometimes
but
50.
Like 50?
I've seen it like happen at least once. It's 50 pages, or was that the general thread? I don't remember, but it can go as high as like 30, 40.
Yeah, like keeping up with like Pipa thread is nigh impossible.
I don't keep up. I just skip to the last page just to see what people are saying.
I just poke my head, and whenever I hear their Pippa happenings going on, even then she's been pretty quiet as of late. But I think she's just busy at work.
She doesn't work.
You know what I mean?
You know,
fuck off. You know what I mean?
phase work. Yeah, I guess.
Phase work is real work.
Well, it's the only job she's ever had, so technically for her, it's work.
At this point, I'm just wondering what's gonna happen to, like, Pippa has no marketable skills that we know of. She has no working experience, and she's getting older. And one day, when the VTubing money pit dries up, what is she gonna do?
I don't think the VTubing money is ever going to dry up for her, because I think she's kind of hit that critical mass that even like if, like, say for example, a phase goes tits up, I'm sure she can just recoup and just go back to being uni, or fuck even launch a new character at this point. I'm sure she'd be fine.
Yeah, I kind of agree with
so
Denver.
she's gonna go back to that 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
It's
thing
like
is,
so
but
far.
this applies to streaming in general. Like at some point, like people are gonna stop donating to you. The money is gonna dry up, and you have to look to other sources of income. I've said this before multiple times. Like people are just putting all their eggs in one basket.
Yeah, like I don't agree with that strategy either, and I see where you're coming from. But truth be told, for some people, they can make it work as much as they really shouldn't. Is sometimes it does, and as much as that leaves a sour taste in some people's mouths, it's just like, some people just get lucky.
It feels like out of all the fucking VTubers, Shy Lily is probably like the smartest because she's like investing in a company instead of just spending her money on stupid shit. And like I don't know, I kind of like
considering dropping quality time with her family to go to a con.
Yeah, like Pippa is not fucking smart.
Yeah, we knew that already.
I'm hoping and coping that she like is setting aside at least like some money, that she's not just takes a paycheck and zeroes it out each month.
Oh, she's gonna spend, now that horse game is coming, so she's gonna splurge on that.
I know. Was I the only one who watched her last unboxing stream? She's spending money on shit.
Yeah.
I also got some of them. That's just, man, like we tried, me and my friend, we tried to like estimate how much Amy's PC costs, and it went somewhere like around like 5K minimum, like 6-7, somewhere around like that. And like this is an investment for a streamer, right? But people spent like ungodly fucking amount on shit that basically like amounts to acrylic and some plushies and some fucking stickers.
She really likes her VTuber merch. Isn't she a big Hololive fan? Like I don't know.
Yeah, she's like a massive Holo fan. Yeah. That's the thing that like got her into
Stigma,
it.
but at this point, like in your adult life, you become more understanding, and at that point, you want to spend more. Like if you have at least a decent relationship with your parents, you want to at least spend some quality time, But
I mean, Pippa herself mentioned that like her living alone and spending time away from her parents, it like worked for the best for both of them, both her and her parents. Like they started to like understand each other a bit better, and from what it seems, like they're much more chill than they used to be. So that's at least a plus. And like then again, we kind of have to look at the fact that Pippa is approaching like hagdom. It's what, like 3-4 years for her?
Something like that, I think.
Yeah, and she's a fucking hag at this point. No, well, not at this point, but she's gonna be a fucking hag. So, like some amount of, I don't know, like wisdom and like life experience gotta rub off on her, even though she's a fucking neat.
So, man, I wish I had your level of optimism.
Well, I'm probably like this optimistic because I'm not as deeply like immersed, and I don't know each and every fucking single moment people did something fucking stupid. So this is why I can like.
Well, I've been tapped out for a while too, so yeah.
Well, but you kept up with like the earlier days.
Yeah, the Wild West days were something, especially the parent stories.
I was there when she was talking about killing herself.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would argue that's still not off the table.
I kind of hope it's.
I think she's doing much better. She's doing much better nowadays, but
no,
there has to be something.
No, here's my rationale. She's doing fine right now, but all it takes is one bad day because those brain worms have never gone away.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, there has to be something to push her to that point again. But this time, she has people around her. She has her colleagues. She has her family.
Yeah, like the phase is actually like acting as a support structure now.
Does anyone offhand know when?
Oh, Pipkin, that was when when everyone she talked about how she didn't she's having a great time and she'd kill herself so that great time would never end.
Yeah,
no, I think it was like a bit different. It was I remember her talking about it, and her rationale was that basically she would stay at the top. So like instead of like slowly declining, she would die at the top.
That's the stream. Like I'm living the good times, so should I end it all so I don't so that the good times never end?
I have a question. Does anyone know when the Sox VTubing agency debut is going to happen? Because I'm seeing a lot of posts on their feed.
Two of them are already
one out.
Okay, so two of them are basically invader types. That's Snoozy Chew and Enos something.
Yeah.
I forgot her name. German girl. And then there's some other chick that they're debuting who's she's like the one that's actually getting a debut. I forgot her name.
Okay.
It's sometime in July, I want to say. It's
I'm looking at their website.
Yeah, because I see Snoozy post. I'm just seeing a shit ton of like watch alongs. Like everyone and their dog is doing an official watch along.
Koinu is also included. Interesting.
Well, it's kind of funny seeing that the fucking Koi is doing a watch along. It's like I recognize that one. I don't recognize a single one of these people other than Koi.
I actually recognize most of them. I know it's Darling Strawby. Let's see. Cali Calico, Bree. I mean, she was in V Reverie. What else? I think I know stars. Was this Furry? I know Fury. There's Parasy, VV.
Holy tits. I might have to look at that one later.
Crier, do I know? I think.
The fuck? Why would you pay $300 for a watch along? Or did she like say?
They seem to be pretty good to getting audiences to like join up. Like the last example I can give you is like the VLR girls. They had
They're paying for the watch along. Okay.
Yeah. It's a promotion thing.
Okay, July
Yeah,
20th.
It seems to work.
Okay. All right. So next
okay,
month.
July 20th. July 20th. That's Camisol's debut.
All right.
Debut. But the other two are kind of invaders, aren't they?
Yeah, Snoozy and Innes.
Snoozy. Yeah.
Snoozy Chew. I think she's.
Well, I hope it goes well for them. We've seen what happens to a lot of small corpos.
I have faith in Flork. Couldn't be any worse than String Storm.
Really a fucking interesting development that fucking Flork of all people made a fucking VTuber agency.
Well, I still remember the first time he did a Pippa comic, and we were all like, "Hey, Flork watches, what the fuck?" And then it just spiraled from there.
Pippa comic?
He did, yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta Google it.
Yeah, let's see. Flork, Pippa, Flork.
Flork of course, Pippa.
I think wasn't he just doing it for shits and giggles?
I don't know.
Yeah, this was his first comic where it's like, man, what are you watching? Some guy gave his entire savings to be beheaded by a VTuber. And his Pippa, it's like, we're rating beheading videos starting with the one I'm about to make. It's like, very nostalgic. Yeah, I haven't seen beheading videos since I was 12.
Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah, that was the first one.
That's very Pippa.
Yeah, that's how it got in everyone's radar. And now he has his own company. And funny how things work out.
Moving up in the world.
I remember initially like confusing Flork of Cows with Bird. Except like Flork of Cows is funny and Bird is not.
Yeah, it's high praise right there. It's like, you're actually funny. It's like, thanks.
Like with Flork, it's like the art style is simple as fuck, but I would say like the funny part is the way he writes, not the way he draws. The sock puppets are just purely utilitarian. They're like stick figures, but not stick figures.
Yeah, Flork is what Merryweather wishes he could be.
Why? Because Mary has like an agency or some shit.
Boy.
That was actually news for me. I thought he was part of an agency, not like an owner of one.
Well, he's an artist or like a comic artist. Why would he be part of an agency?
Are we still talking about Merryweather?
Wait, were you referring to Flork or?
I was referring to Merryweather.
Oh no, okay then. Yeah. My bad.
Yeah, no, I said Flork is what Merryweather wishes he could be. In that, talented, good writer, good artist. Actually, it's like actually doing something.
Good artist is an X.
Well, like actually doing something for himself, and as opposed to throwing money at other people to do his work for him.
Yeah.
Wasn't Paramochi someone's like alternative character? I have a vague memory of this.
I have never heard of that.
That's
Who is this Paramochi?
Yeah, it's gonna be Neil and Haystack.
Oh, I see. Be right back.
Yeah, I want to say I want to say Para is someone's alternative. Like this is like the roommate account of someone else that I forget. I'm too lazy to really dig that far. The racist stream, yes. Yeah, let's go see what's going on in the gay cord. Actually, Cubano Man brings up a good question. What was the fucking last time Proctor streamed? It's been a while.
Oh, yeah. There hasn't been in a while.
I think he's pouring all of his hatred and spite into preparing his gains for the Vexpo.
He's gonna strangle Fruit.
Where's the money, you fucking whore?
Dip me one more time. I think it's somewhere down there.
Oh god.
Maybe I should draw it. Fanboy Proctor dunking Fruit into a fucking toilet. Where's the money, Frutovsky?
I can see Fruit actually beating him up though.
Probably.
The Fruit abides.
I'd be like I know it's gonna be a small little expo thing and stuff, but I'd be kind of curious to see if any VTubers actually show up, because like a lot of VTubers actually do go in person to these things, which is kind of productive. But then again, they're there to buy merch and hang out with friends.
Yep.
So I get it.
I mean, yeah, like going in person is, and it's probably like really fucking hard to be a VTuber, because you kind of want to go like down there on the ground and like experience the fucking con for yourself, but you risk doxing yourself because like your voice is probably like easily recognizable.
That's part of why so many VTubers have just, like, indie scene have just said fuck it.
Yeah, like exactly.
I mean, or you could be like Pippa or whoever's wearing that hoodie and the white.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention the fucking Phantom of Kai, but like that shit grabs so much attention, it's not worth it.
Exactly. That's just gonna create a Streisand effect.
Yeah, you're much better off just dressing in something like non-discreet, putting on a regular COVID mask and just going around.
You could just attend a con and don't tell anyone that you attended. Like, don't tell your chat that you attended.
Yeah, but like the thing is, even if you don't tell your chat, imagine like of Kai situation, right? There is a shit ton of like FaZe fans, and suddenly you hear like the girl 1 or like 2 meters away from you, like asking something in a booth, like asking for a poster or whatever, and you just recognize a voice, and you're like, okay, like that's Pippa.
Yeah, I imagine that's gonna be the case for some of them, like especially Wemmy.
Yeah, Remy is like very easily recognizable, but like let's be fucking real. They're all fucking recognizable by the fans, because you've listened for like hours and hours and hours and hours of that fucking voice. You're gonna recognize it like everywhere, unless.
Yeah, but to be honest, like if you listen to me on this mic and you listen to me in person, there is a big difference in quality.
Yeah, but that's like your mic, and they have like expensive mics or like semi-expensive mics, which translate their voice pretty well.
Yeah,
I guess the only like way you wouldn't be recognized if you have like a streamer voice and you haven't like leaked it anywhere. Like Lumi kind of has a streamer voice, and like Sheena has a streamer voice, but still like
but
it's still recognizable.
Pretty noisy in the con anyway. So that
but like what I'm saying is the chances much more, much what the fucking word, like you have a big chance of being like recognized. And for indies, yep. For indies, like, yep, whatever, it's like your thing, and if you can properly like manage this sort of thing with your fan base, which I don't know if it's like possible, because like controlling large amounts of people, especially fucking VTuber fans, is hard. But like you can sort of like set some sort of expectations, some sort of boundaries, like, hey, like if you see me in public, please like don't spurg out and shit. Like we're gonna have our own moment at the like meetup with like the Q&A, whatever. Just like I'm also like a person. I also want to like buy shit and walk around. So whatever. But it's still like an issue. And with corpos, from what I understand, they have it like in their contract to not get doxxed.
No, it's like purposefully. It's not like they get in trouble if someone docks them. It's like if they.
Yeah, if they like intentionally leak it, but no, probably like considering the fact that they probably were at Off-Kai like in person, that sort of stuff is like discussed with fucking Sakana and shit, and like they like prep them on in terms of like OPSEC, maybe. So it's still like hard when you compare it to being like a regular Flash streamer. You don't have this sort of restrictions put on you.
Yeah, but if you're someone like a really popular streamer like Pokemon, then yeah, you still need to employ protections.
Yeah, sure, especially if you're like someone like Pokemon with like crazy fans. If you're just some like streamer dude, I don't know, like fucking Martin Sinopants or whatever, like you don't need fucking muscle. You just go around and have fun.
I don't know if there's ever a VTuber convention within driving distance from me, I'll just show up and live stream from my phone. I'll be like, all right, you fuckers, which one of you is going to find me first?
Yeah, it's another case of women debuff because simps.
Yeah, I mean it's not essentially like only women, because with like male streamers, especially like very popular ones, they also have
yeah, they'll recognize them and hang out, but for women they have to be a bit more cautious because what people do sometimes.
Yeah, it's understandable.
And I'm kind of ambivalent at this point. If someone were to like face dox me like convention or something, it's like, oh no, it's a tall fat guy. Exactly how I would picture him. Wow. I don't know. I really don't care.
Oh my god, guys, it's a human being.
And as long as I don't get shanked, that's all I care about.
My god, guys, it's a human being with a name and a face, and he lives in a house.
I mean, it's not about that. It's about like my idea is like you don't have to be as paranoid if you don't attract attention to yourself in some like way. So if you just kind of exist, kind of there, don't really blink on the radar, no one's gonna fucking care that much. But if you're some sort of infamous person, then there's gonna be digging. And it's not the digging that's the problem, it's what can be done with this information. Because like if
you have to be a person of interest to begin with.
Yeah.
If you're nobody, then people are far less likely to start digging and like trying to ruin your life.
Yeah, but like essentially the problem starts with like schizos and fucking haters and antis who would like want to mess with you.
Yeah, it's all about not attracting that one schizo. Otherwise, you're fine.
Yeah, Wiki Dog, are you listening? We're trying to tell you something. I
Yeah, like nothing is ever zero.
I should have sent Thrying one of those doxing gifs.
GIFs. Doxing GIFs. Spell it with 2 X's to trigger him.
Yeah, the more X's you throw on it, the more important it is. That's how it works.
I remember like opening Thrang's profile on the forums because I was looking for some post.
But even like, you see, here's the thing. Even if you attract the schizo, what's the most that you can do? If you, especially if you don't live in the US, does that mean they're gonna book a flight, come over to your house, and then brandish a knife?
That depends entirely on the schizo.
Yeah, because some schizos will do that.
Because yeah, like there's a chance you get like a really fucking dedicated schizo or stalker. And
yeah, but for some countries it's more difficult to get in because you have to secure a visa and they have to screen you and all
that is assuming he has to get in. What if like the dude is from your country or even like from your city?
He was in the walls the entire time. Oh no.
Yeah. And like there's much more, there's many ways to like hurt or unsettle a person except like brandishing a knife or whatever.
Yeah. Tourist check on Twitch. I've read a story where a guy sold his house, sold everything, and he sent dick pics to the streamer. Stalked her.
Yeah, like we can also like remember the fucking Dragon Lord, who basically like he had fucking pilgrimages to his house and shit. But like you gotta be like a real old cow for that. But still, it's a possibility.
If I ever get
in the end, I guess it's
I
just
ever get
something you have to like accept when you become a streamer, even if you're like a VTuber.
No, my rationale is I hope I get internet famous enough that people will send me bags of potatoes like Jim. It's like, sweet, I have to get groceries this week. Nice.
This is like this is throne without a throne.
But why
they just send it directly to you? What?
But why potatoes? Why not something else?
Because
not Godzilla figurines or steel books?
Because potatoes are like,
I can eat potatoes.
Yeah, potatoes are very tasty and very nutritious, and you can like live off of them for a long time before you start getting like problems with vitamins and shit. So yeah, potatoes really good. There's a reason like people in Russia who have like their private property, like what's the name? The houses. Jesus, I'm fucking brain fogging. Like the house outside of like the city limit and a small patch of land, and a lot of people they still like grow potatoes and like some other vegetables. And like I remember when I was in uni, I have a friend and his like parents they grew potatoes and shit, and they grew like so much that practically like every what's like the harvest season, spring, like every spring they gave us a fucking bag of potatoes just for free because they didn't have anywhere to put those potatoes. So they were just giving them out.
Yeah, I've been meaning to make like a little plot. Like my yard is like 3 feet wide going around my house, so I don't really have much to work with. But I've been meaning to make like a potato bin or something, and like in a corner or something, just cause it's been on my to-do list. And plus, with the way things are going right now, might be a good thing to do in the long term.
Yeah, it's kind of smart. But then again, like if you have to start to prep, you gotta like really prep, because otherwise, like half measures won't get you anywhere.
I know that's always been like the mental restraining bolt. It's like, This isn't for fun. It'd have to be for real. And do I want to put that in that much effort when I'm probably just going to drop dead anyway?
Yeah, I remember like looking up the fucking blast radius. There's this site where you can pick like a nuke and a city.
I have a bookmark too.
Yeah, and detonate. And I'm like looking at it, thinking, counting how much time it would take me to like even get out of the house. And basically, like, calculations amount to you're better off just, I don't know, walking outside with a can of beer and just wait for the nukes to drop. Because at best, you're gonna like barely survive, all burned and shit, and like slowly, painfully die. So instead, just fucking welcome the death with open arms.
Well, I was all like when I first moved here, I was all hopeful about. It's like, oh, I'm far enough north. I'm not gonna have to worry about anything. But I realized where all the radar installations are at in the north, and I'm like, ah, shit.
Yeah, like with Russia, basically, like every large city worth living in has some sort of military installation, some sort of military targets, like military bases, military plants and factories or whatever. So like if you live in a large city, you are a target.
Well, I just hate the North America part too, because we have like the major part of the jet stream is not too far away where I'm at. So like you have everything like BC, Alberta, and the prairies and stuff, and everything will just float over me. So I'm just like, okay, well, I'm fucked either way.
Yeah, it's a fucking it's a thing. Yeah, it's a thing. You can't really like escape it. You basically have to like have some sort of forewarning, because even if you like try to get out of the city, everyone who got the info from the same sources you did will do the same, and basically the roads will just instantly clog up, Walking Dead style.
Well, we had a preview of that years ago when the where was it, Hawaii? I think when the Hawaii had the false alarm on their system.
Yeah, that thing.
I remember that.
That was a giant shit show. I was like, yeah, okay, this is how it's going to turn out. Okay, all right, very comforting. No, thank you, Hawaii, for showing us what's going to happen. Like,
I mean, yeah, as fucking morbid as it is, it's quite a good simulation of what's probably going to happen. Because like panic setting in is kind of inevitable.
I saw a 4chan green text meme of that Hawaii missile. Let me just try to find it.
I think I know exactly the green text you're talking about. I hope you find it too, because I remember it being pretty black humor funny.
Holy shit! Hey Uber, do you want like a little teaser about DLC?
No, I want to go in as clean as possible.
Okay.
He wants to go in unlubed. He wants it raw.
Exactly. But
yeah,
inevitably some things are gonna slip through. There's none I can.
Yeah, I didn't expect much in terms of like lore or whatever, because like I felt it's gonna be like self-contained. But interesting things.
I tell you right now, I've already beaten the game. And I still don't understand an inkling of the story.
Well, look who wrote it, man.
Nah, like it's not even who wrote it. It's because like it's like the general fucking From Software storytelling. Plus, yeah, it's the whole like thing. I got some of it. I missed a few like pieces.
Well, it's not even a FromSoft thing, because the story for Elden Ring was written by George R.R. Martin.
No. What I mean is like the method for delivering the story is still like the From Software.
George R. Martin didn't exactly write the whole thing. They're still cryptic about how much he did actually contribute to the story. But
my thing is that he can't write himself out of a wet paper bag. So he seemed writing a video game story or background or lore or whatever the fuck he did, or however much he did and stuff, that there seems to be a little more his wheelhouse, if I'm being honest.
Man, I fucking love that
I
crown
think I
thing.
found the meme. Hang on. I
Good.
think it's this one.
Wait, what?
The Hawaiian.
About the Hawaii missile.
Oh yeah, yeah. We kind of have had a bit of a like our own repetition. Well, not exactly, but like when people were trying to get the fuck out during the mobilization. Also, like there was a road to, I think it was Georgia, and like that road was fucking clogged because there was so much people. People would like abandon their cars. They would either abandon them or sell them like right there for very cheap in order to just move closer to the customs and like just get out of the fucking country. And in general, people were like so fucking desperate to get out. They were doing unwise stuff.
Yeah, like when the operation first really started and stuff, I remember, I forget who the news guy was, but there was like an on the ground like independent news journalist who was in Ukraine at the time, and then shit went down, and him and his buddy were like, okay, we gotta get the fuck out of this country now. And he wrote like a giant like long report of what he did and their journey like over several days to get across the border and stuff. It was fucking wild.
Yeah. Here it was like two big waves of what's the fucking word? Two big waves of fucking immigration. First one, the lesser one, probably was during like the initial beginning of the operation, where people like decide, oh shit, I don't want to live here anymore for like political reasons. But the larger one was, when mobilization started, when it wasn't like about politics anymore, it was for like fucking survival.
Understandably so.
Yep. Not a lot of fucking people want to get drafted.
Well, that goes for anywhere at this point, but okay, here's my little thing on this here. Almost everywhere, doesn't matter where you're at right now, like no one is patriotic enough towards, okay, with the exception of maybe Dazzle, but no one's patriotic about their own country at this point. It was like, yeah, I'm willing to die for my country. It's like, no one says that anymore.
I disagree because in like Russia, with how like the way our MOD like fills the ranks, is there's a like, it's not a big amount, but there's a lot of like volunteers who either like go as the professional, they sign a contract with the army, or they go as part of a volunteer like detachment or a PMC. Well, PMC is more of a thing for like actual people with military experience. So yeah, like there's a non-insignificant amount of people who are patriotic enough to like actually go and fight, and even larger amount of people who would like donate for the cause and like do some volunteer work. So I wouldn't agree with the assessment that there's no one who's patriotic enough.
And I'm
at least like here. I don't know how it is in America.
Well, like places like America, Canada, a good chunk of Europe and stuff, like no one wants to serve because, like the days of like I'm willing to die for my country, like the infrastructure of like the mentality is just not there anymore. It's like we've seen the powers that be will like mask off. It's like, okay, you're a racist white bigot and stuff, and we're going to shit on you until the end of days. And it's like, oh, by the way, the war's coming, so please sign up and go die for us. It's like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, basically, like it requires the illusion of like the government being some sort of like a thing worth fighting for, and and if you like don't support the solution, if you like actively shatter it, then people are gonna people are gonna detach and not want to like serve.
Well, I just find it funny because there's a major military push in a lot of places right now. Like just recently, I just read one this morning about the. I show you not. People think shit's really going to go down because in the UK there was like a new advertisement push with a bunch of white people, not like diversity, like white people on the advertisement. It's like, oh, they're serious now.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, oh, shit's getting real. They're not paying.
They're not pandering anymore. They're actually like going for real.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they're serious now. Okay, maybe we should start paying attention. It's like, yeah, once you're done pandering, it's like, okay, we need people to be boots on the ground because shit's coming. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's like duly noted. I will pay attention now. Thank you. But it's not just UK. Apparently, like a lot of places, like I've seen advertisements for like the U.S. military, and it's like, oh, they're not doing the like the lesbian fighter stuff anymore. Okay.
I mean, this could probably like be explained by the fact that the army people see that the whole fucking diversity shit doesn't work, so they just switched back to the regular old working stuff.
No, but here's the thing. Them having hiring quotas is one thing, but they have mandates to pander on the other thing stuff. So like they've worked for years at a deficit. And it's not a matter of like, okay, I need to get my numbers up. It's a matter of like, okay, this here is not the important thing anymore. That's the sit up in your chair and pay attention thing, in that this is not their marching orders kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just find it neat.
Well, let's just hope nothing fucking happens as ever.
Yeah, I'm perfectly willing to die being the nothing ever happens Wojak at this point. I'm okay. I'm perfectly okay with that. That means I'm alive.
I still have a lot of games to play, man.
I know, same.
The thing about it is like there's not much reason to just like worry about that shit because it's not like you can exactly do much about it. Like you could argue that even as like an individual you can try to like be an activist or whatever, but like the chances of it actually affecting stuff aren't exactly like high.
Well, true. Yeah, like in the grand scheme of things, we can't really affect anything. But my favorite example to go for is like for the pandemic and stuff, because we saw rumblings of the pandemic in the fall before shit went crazy in like the March. So it's like paying attention to, like the foreshocks before the main event does actually work out for a lot of people and stuff, in that, you can pay attention, get ready for what you can within reason and stuff, and just have your ear to the ground and not be completely ignorant for a lot of people who will just run around with their heads cut off, as we all saw.
Yeah, that is true.
I've always been a little survival nut. So, and the most important thing has always been and will always be information. That is the ultimate tool.
Yeah, I remember there was this channel, or it still is on YouTube. I think it's called like S2 Underground, and they had like a very LARPy sort of way of delivering information. Like it's some sort of like military briefing, but really like the dude did videos about like current happenings and how they might affect like people in America in terms of, I don't know, what you might need to prepare for and shit like that. And he had some videos about, what's the name? Like practical advice, survival advice, CT survival advice, shit like that. But yeah, I stopped watching him because he like turned out to be a bit of a schizo, which is like sort of expected. for these sort of folks, but still.
Well, we all can't be Bert Gummer from Tremors as much as I would like to.
Yeah, I remember him like schizoing really fucking hard about the Roe v. Wade thing. He basically like did the whole shtick of like the Antichrist is eating babies and stuff. I was like, oh, you're that sort of guy. Okay, I see.
Dig deep enough. Everyone's their own little flavor of crazy.
I'm not crazy.
Oh, I know I'm crazy. I've yet to convince you guys that I am. The day will come.
I mean, you're like, I don't know, from my like side perspective, you kind of fall a bit into like the conspiracy theorist archetype.
That's what I was taught as well.
But you're not like outwardly crazy.
Okay, yeah. I'll give you that. I am all about the conspiracy theories and all that stuff and whatnot, but my defense that I don't make it my personality like a lot of people do.
I mean, like let's be fucking real for a second. You're streaming on Odyssey, like talking about news. this is like a kind of an archetypical activity.
Clown World and Doom posting.
Yeah. This fits an archetype.
Also, is Moth asleep?
Perhaps.
He's been quiet for a long time.
No, I'm not asleep.
Damn it.
Okay.
We're never gonna have the moth snoring thing again.
Oh.
I mean, never say never. I believe in Moth's ability to fall asleep randomly in VC. Motherfucker. God damn it. No, not you, Moth. I fell down from a cliff and died.
Sorry, I'm like hyper-fixating on a video game.
Okay, I see.
Yes, I am playing.
There's a cliff. Thank you for letting me know.
What?
You just said you fell off a cliff. That means there's a cliff in the DLC.
Oh shit, man! Sorry for the spoilers. Yeah, they added cliffs in the DLC. They never had that shit in like any Souls games.
Ooh, yeah, I'm going to ruin it more for you. There's going to be monsters and bosses you're going to have to fight.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like
I'm not ready.
Sorry, man. I didn't want it to be like that, but you know.
Why won't they port Bloodborne to PC?
I don't know why.
They still haven't done that yet. My God.
No, I don't know what Sony's doing. They literally have the easiest win in the world, but they won't take it.
Yeah, it's so fucking dumb. Like people are fucking raving for that shit, and they would have like won the most if they released it like several years ago when like people were in a fever pitch for Bloodborne on PC. Now it's kind of dying down because people are like slowly coming to the realization it's probably not coming.
No, but at least FromSoft is responding saying that it's up to Sony to do it because they don't have the
like I remember was it Miyazaki like
they
saying
can port Last of Us and all these shitty games, but not Bloodborne. They can port
because the fucking Sony license.
Ghost of Tsushima, even Helldivers 1, and no, they're not Bloodborne. Screw you. And Helldivers 1 came out the same year. I think in the same month, actually.
Wasn't Helldivers initially like on PC?
No, it was on. Wait, it came out on Windows later the same year. Yeah, it came out the same month as Bloodborne, and wow.
Because like when I learned about Helldivers, it was already like on PC, and so I just kind of assumed it was a multi-platform game from the get-go. And it made sense with like the controls and shit.
PS4, PS3, Vita, and then Windows. Later that same year. I played it for a bit, but no one to play with, so I just fell off.
Yeah, same fucking problem. I just don't have people to play co-op games with.
Yeah, I have someone for Baldur's Gate, but he's rarely available.
Yeah, and like Baldur's Gate is so fucking long that you just...
And to be honest, it's kind of outdated and boring. There's a lot of downtime.
Yeah, I kind of do agree. Like, personally, I probably wouldn't be able to play like Divinity Original Sin or Baldur's Gate with anyone because I would just drive people absolutely fucking crazy with my playstyle. Because like I vacuum every single fucking nook and cranny. I talk with everyone.
That's literally me as well. Because before Baldur's Gate, I played Icewind Dale, which is pretty much the same game, and so I know like the style of game. So when I'm playing with my friend, he played a bit of Planescape, but he's not very experienced in those games. So I'm the one who keeps telling him just talk to every NPC, talk to this NPC who has this quest line, make sure to check for loot, check all the interactable objects.
If I'm going to be completely honest, I'm really surprised that Baldur's Gate 3 did as good as it did, given how like
I'm sure everyone is.
Well, I'm not, because like D&D has entered the cultural zeitgeist. Everyone knows. Well, not like normies know what this is.
Okay, well, not in terms of that. More in terms of the play style, the gameplay style is the old CRPG style, which is not really. You don't see that anymore.
But it's to be fair, it's strictly turn based, which automatically makes it more accessible than a real time combat system.
Yeah, like I remember playing like Planescape and a bit of Baldur's Gate, the original one, and I think Pillars of Eternity, and the fucking combat system drove me nuts. I just hate the constant fucking pausing.
Yeah, when I got the Humble bundle that included all the CRPGs, the first one I started was Planescape, which is in the end was a good choice because Planescape is a story-based game, and yeah, it pretty much I got familiar with it because it played like an RTS, and then I played
plausible RTS, basically.
Neverwinter Nights, and yeah, so now I am familiar with those games.
I'm just rusty.
Yeah, I played Pillars as well, but I got bored of it. Like I just fell off. It just felt really bog standard.
Yeah, Pillars is like the Pillars is the probably like one of the only games in my memory where my playstyle of like reading everything really quickly backfired against me because there's so much fucking text. It's like reading a goddamn book. Like I got bored.
Yeah, at least in the old games it made sense because they would like drop hints and stuff like that. But now they're just that's the problem with Obsidian nowadays. Like all the games just try to evoke nostalgia. Like they tried with Pillars to evoke Baldur's Gate, didn't work. They tried Outer Worlds to evoke Fallout, didn't work. Now they're trying with Skyrim and Avowed, and I don't think it's gonna work there either.
Pipkin, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Morrowind's my favorite Elder Scrolls game. You take that fucking back.
Oh yeah, Avowed is gonna be their own version of Skyrim.
I'm thinking what's happening with Obsidian is not even like necessarily that they might be trying to like cash on nostalgia, but at the same time, like people yearn for like New Vegas 2. People yearn for like that sort of stuff, and they kind of probably like looking at the market and thinking, people want that, so we can try to give them that. But yeah, I remember playing Outer Worlds, and like I'm a big fan of New Vegas. I've completed it probably like 3 or 4 times, and Outer Worlds is just fucking meh. I don't know, it just doesn't grab you. Like, yeah, the combat is more fluid than in what's the game called?
Has it?
The New Vegas.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it still has all like a lot of the old time. Last I checked, because they had like Outer Worlds was directed by Tim Kaine, who did the original Fallout games.
Well, that kind of explains why it's so fucking homosexual.
Yeah.
Oh god, the bear gif! What the fuck?
Oh, they're making Outer Worlds 2.
You just saw that?
Oh,
yeah, I just thought that.
Oh, it's even the gif of the reaction of the crowd when they're actually doing the.
Why do you say gif? Why do you hurt me like that?
Because we care. Because we care.
Care for what?
You're suffering.
Hurting me?
I still remember watching Tenma's playthrough of Baldur's Gate, and she was trying to riz up to Astarion, and she failed. She failed, and she was so dejected from that. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's another one of her husbandos.
I mean, she kind of won at the end with like the cameo one when the actual voice actor. Huh?
She never finished BG3, did she?
I don't know.
Remember?
I don't think so.
I honestly like
old games. Like
Tenma is a sort of like streamer I respect, but cannot like watch completely because she actually like beats games. Tenma is a fucking gamer, but I cannot watch it all.
I can watch her. She does stream usually, like when I can actually watch her. And, yeah, cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, the other problem is she's like streams on.
Yeah, Skarl is the only VTuber to beat Baldur's Gate 3 on stream so far that I've seen. And I think she's the only corpo VTuber to actually beat the game on stream.
She made Disco Elysium fun. Well, I don't know. Disco Elysium, like for me, Disco Elysium is like great on its own because it's got the fucking vibe. Pipkun, I don't know. Pipkun is like the person I would be like 50-50 on if he would enjoy Disco Elysium or not. Well, like not mentioning like he probably like thinking it's boring judging by his message. Because like on one end Pipkun probably would be like bored by all the reading, but on the other he might find like a bit of himself in Harrier. Also fucking drugged out, burned out.
Whoa, them's fine words.
Tricky, do you mean tricky wee?
The writing's pretty. I don't know, like it's. I think it's subjective. I liked it a lot. I didn't like the ending.
Did that developer get screwed over?
Yeah, they got like fucked.
Ironically, a game about communism gets screwed over by capitalism.
Yeah, it's. I mean, what the thing is was like Disco Elysium. Yeah, you like might not like it because of like the writing style, and that's like completely fair. But one thing I probably like I have tolerance for it, but people might not, is the way game frequently like jabs at the player with the character. Like you intend to do like something good, but the way like the dialogue is written is your character is probably gonna do something like stupid unless you pass a check. Like there were like a couple of situations where I was basically like locked into doing a stupid fucking thing.
Is it wrong that I'm getting Disco Elysium and We Happy Few confused in my head? Like I know they're two different games, and I know how them, but they're kind of like mixed up in my head for whatever reason. I find it weird.
I don't know how could you like mix them up?
Well, no, I know how different they are. They're two totally different games, but I don't know. My posit is I don't know why my brain is conflating the two in the conversation, even though it shouldn't.
It's interesting because like they're like really different. The only thing like slightly similar is I guess the like retro aesthetic, but even that like they have different retro aesthetics.
Yeah, We Happy Few, I don't think it was unfinished. It was just really underwhelming by people who hyped it up.
Yeah, because We Happy Few was kind of one of those small development ones where it's like, we're making our project that's going to change the world, and it did.
Yeah, and wasn't it also like early access development hell?
Yeah, it was in early access forever.
So yeah, that's another factor.
Yeah, from what I remember, like when We Happy Few came out, it was just like you've seen this a million times, a failed writer's attempt at trying to get their magnum opus out to the masses. Was the vibe I got from that game.
Yeah, it ended up being a pretty crappy survival game. Sarcastic. Star Citizen soon. Yeah, keep coping.
Well,
yeah,
like,
the thing was...
People thought it was going to be a Bioshock like game stuff. You could do a really good Bioshock, you could say Atomic Heart, but
I was going to mention that.
I would say there's still enough space available where you could make a communist-based Bioshock game. Like Atomic Heart was good, don't get me wrong, but I feel like there's still stories you could tell with that premise.
Yeah, but even then, like Atomic Heart wasn't exactly like Bioshock as people were claiming it.
It was more of like a shooter, from what I remember.
Yeah, more of like a straight shooter. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even then, some people liked it, some people didn't like it.
The thing that really sold me on Disco Elysium.
It's even an immersive sim, really. It's just like a shooter.
Yeah, it's more. It's like an action shooter with abilities and stuff. More in vein of some classic stuff. I don't know, like what's
They're somehow still making DLC for it.
Yeah.
It funds the Russian invasion the same way Stalker 2 funds the defense of Ukraine.
Nah, not really.
No, I just like the mental image of like we're supporting the warfare from one side or the other based on what video game you buy, of how asinine that thought is.
Yeah. The thing is, like with Atomic Heart, it's like it started development way before the war, so you can't even like really pin the developers on like getting money initially from pro-war sources or whatever.
I know.
I remember,
but the slacktivists had to leech onto that because that's what they do.
I remember looking into like the funding structure of. Well, not. I'm saying like looking into funding structure, but like reading articles and what people say, and it's almost like the other way around. Like the war is funding Atomic Heart in terms of like how the money flow in these government funds, because like it was sort of sponsored, but not really. It was like invested in rather.
As you'd know this. Has there been a Stalker like movie or TV show yet? I feel like there should have been. Feel like this should be a thing.
No, if we're not talking about Tarkovsky old Soviet movie about like Roadside Picnic, not really.
Yeah. Like I know the inspirations that went into Stalker and stuff. I'm just wondering if there's been a Stalker adaptation yet.
Nah, there haven't, like, aside from fan
novels based on the games, but not.
Yeah, there's been a shit ton of novels. Like, it's a whole fucking genre. At some point, it was.
I'm not surprised at this. But my train of thought for this here is that allegedly, from what I've seen from the numbers and stuff, Fallout did gangbusters. So it's like, okay, maybe there's a market for this kind of thing.
There's a fan. I think people are making a fan film.
Yeah, it's some sort of fan film being made. I think by the same guys who made the City Overlord or some shit.
Actually, very interesting, but of course it's gonna be boring for a lot of people. It'll put you to sleep if you don't like it.
Oh yeah, Wendigoon is working on a Stalker fan film.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh god, he is. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Goon.
It's. I think the problem is with like the holders of the IP, because after like the game was released and stuff, initial like original games, it probably they had like problems and shit, if I remember correctly. So they were not probably thinking about making a movie or stuff.
Well,
and the books probably fed them well enough.
Well, on the scale of 1 to The Witcher, like I'm kind of wondering, like how much IP issues is there? Can there be?
Like I don't know how to. Like, if we're talking about the books that were written, they were all written by the authors. It's basically like Stalker fanfic, that's like published. As in terms of quality, I've heard like different stuff, but most of it is probably just slop. But like the world of Stalker is pretty interesting. There's a lot of stories that can be told, but at the same time, it's limited because unlike like Star Wars, where it's a whole fucking galaxy, Stalker is limited by the zone, and the zone is like pretty small. There's only so much shit.
Isn't it expanding as well? And now it's taken like most of Europe in the second game.
Is it?
Yeah, like pretty much at the ending of Call of Pripyat, they were saying they said that the zone was like expanding and.
Yeah, I do remember that, but I don't remember that. I mean, I didn't follow the development of the new Stalker that closely, so I don't know, like, in terms of the lore.
Yeah, but it I think we've seen some new locations in there, so yeah.
The question is, like, why, if I remember correctly, like, the canonical ending is you destroy the sea consciousness.
You destroy it, and then in Call of Pripyat, actually, Call of Pripyat has a bunch of different endings, but getting difficult.
I still haven't played Call of Pripyat, so like
it's very good. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, I'm interested by like the premise of a military dude going undercover to find the fucking downed helicopters and shit. Like I don't know much about it. I know the plot of Clear Sky because I've just read it. Because like I've heard the game isn't good, so I didn't want to bother. I didn't want to bother playing it.
What Soma played? Did you?
I watched a bit. But not much.
He was losing it like completely. I had to like he was okay with backseating, so I had to help him out a bit because he fell into the trap that everyone does, that where you take the bottom exit to the swamps. And he said, no, you have to take the top exit because the bottom exit there's a machine gun. I'll gun you down as soon as you come out because the game doesn't explain shit.
Yeah, so I'm still looking forward to playing.
If you do play Clear Sky, play it with like a mod or something.
No, I don't want like Clear Sky. I want Call of Pripyat.
Yeah, but the mod will at least fix some of the issues.
I guess I'm not as much. Yeah, I'm saying I'm not as much interested in the story because I know what it is, and with Call of Pripyat, I know only the premise. So yeah, because like one cool thing about like Stalker in general is the sense of mystery, because you go into it and the anomalies, the weird way the zone behaves. It really has this like the essential thing for horror and mystery is the unknown, like the ununderstandable.
Yeah,
that's what Dawn has.
Of it.
Exactly.
Well, I just hope that Stalker 2 can actually live up to the hype because, I think you know about the game got leaked. I think it's a leak. There was a leaked build.
Oh yeah, that was the whole leak thing.
And the people who played it, like I know people who played it, and they're telling me it's not looking very good.
Yeah, it's also like development hell, same as the originals, basically. Like
yeah, but for
something Russian developers, I mean Ukrainians, whatever.
They started on UE4, Unreal Engine 4, and then they switched to 5 midway, and then yeah, I'd love to be proven wrong, Rusty. That's one of the games I'm looking forward to this year. That, and Space Marine 2. And those two are coming out within days of each other, so.
Oh, you're gonna have to like set aside time. Are you like in university or shit?
I'm not in university, but I'm doing a degree online.
Okay.
From university.
So like you can afford to like spare some time.
Yeah, but I think I'm only gonna buy one of them. Mm-hmm. I don't buy like the big games on launch. Wait for a sale or something.
Yeah, me neither. I just pirate shit if it doesn't have multiplayer.
Or like in the case of Elden Ring, I'll find a key that's on discount.
Yeah, also an option.
And I can just see Uber doing a marathon. It's like, all right, guys, these releases are out. I'm just going to fucking marathon these here until I'm done. I can see it.
Yeah, possible.
Yeah, whenever they put the other games on Steam.
Man, I have a lot of fucking souls and no way to the bonfire. Does anyone have like this problem with Elden Ring that you keep calling like Rune Souls and Grace Bonfire? I just refuse to call it Runes and Grace.
Even in Bloodborne. In Bloodborne, even Souls.
It's a FromSoft game. It's all the same thing.
Yeah, like the terminology at this point is so like established.
Yeah, but don't you have a, in Elden Ring, there's a, you call it talisman that you can use to save your souls and take you back to the last bonfire. Don't you?
Yeah. Just kind of don't want to. It's each time like you have to fight a boss with a shit ton of souls. You have to like decide: do you like go back, spend souls, and like go in again, and you have to fight the stupid fucking mobs again. But since I have one nook unexplored, I'm probably gonna TP back to the Grace. The only thing left is to fucking remember what that item is. Like, this destroys all my runes. What the fuck takes me back?
No, to teleport back or to die and then go back without losing your souls?
I want to go back to the bonfire with my runes to spend my runes.
Can't you just teleport from the map?
Actually, no, I can't because it's a dungeon.
Guys, as much as I like this Elden Ring talk, BB's painting Warhammer and D&D minis. We need to stop what we're doing and watch this.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it can't because I have to go.
Okay, well, either way, I'm going to end stream because I want to watch BB nerd out and paint minis.
Thanks for hosting. And see you guys.
Yeah, thanks for the stream.
Yeah, so everyone, thanks for coming. Take it easy. Later.